According to the interwebs, we allegedly have a Game of Thrones banger in store for tonight, folks. What's up, friends? It's Kat here. Thank you guys so much for coming back and joining me for another reaction to House of the Dragon episode 5. Holy shnikes, it's only episode 4, so this is the halfway point. Oh, frick. Oh, shit. That changes things. Oh god. Well, I did not realize that tonight marks the halfway point of this season, and all of the chirping going on the interwebs today is suggesting that we are in for one. Good classic Game of Thrones shocker. Banger. I'm ready. As you can see, I've run out of my black garments to wear for these reactions. Also, I just don't know how to feel about Team Black right now. I feel like we're stalling, y'all. I'm still questioning Rhaenyra's decision-making from last week. We don't have Daemon anymore. He's hallucinating over at Harrenhal. We are not firing on all cylinders right now, and we need to. The Greens have snapped in and locked in. I'm questioning Rhaenyra still. I want her to lock in, but she's refusing. She's not getting her head in the game. Aegon's head is in the game. He's like, this is war. I think she still very much believes that they're not in the full throes of it yet, but blood's been spilled, y'all. It's happening. It's done. It's signed, sealed, delivered, and Rhaenyra is seemingly just the last person to accept that. So yeah, tonight, apparently, shiz is gonna hit the fan. I'm obviously still Team Black, but based on the way people are hyping this up, I feel like I should brace myself for casualties tonight. Episode 4, and it's Rhaenys and Corlys, the power couple in the thumbnail. We need them. I feel like our power players, you know, Rhaenyra's not a power player just yet, and Daemon was, and he's peaced out. I feel like Rhaenys and Corlys could be our two kind of lone power players here. Rhaenys, though, she is one of our power players. I've been rooting for her. I feel hype about her, but I do think she is a little bit responsible for Rhaenyra's hesitance to snap in. You know, she kind of was dangling Alicent as like the last olive branch possibility there for her, because I think deep down Rhaenys as well knows what's coming, and she's no stranger to death. She's freaking lost everybody in her life, so she still has some fire in her. She's got something going. I'm ready for her to lock in. I know she gets a lot of shade. I know people throw a lot of the blame her way. Daemon in episode 1 was like, Luke would be alive if you had just burned them all when you had the chance. I don't think her choice was that black and white as people make it out to be. People can throw the blame and suggest that she could have prevented all of this, but I still think she has the means. I think she has the backbone and willingness that she can snap when the time comes to frickin' rise up. Rhaenyra, I'm still like, come on, girl, it's halfway through the season. Gloves come off. Without further ado, let's just hope and pray that maybe some of the gloves come off tonight, based again on the way people are talking, the way y'all are chirping online. All right, heart's pounding. Just another peaceful Sunday night. Oh god. All right, let's see. Oh god, he seems so off guard. Wait, he's dreaming.
Speak plainly.
He's so haunted by young Rhaenyra. Oh! Oh. Is she still talking? Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Oh.
As I said, there's been a raven. It's a Christian's army. Might have Harrenhal as its destination.
Let's see what your Lord Paramount is made of.
This dude's already tired.
This is Oscar Tully, heir to Riverrun and the future Lord Paramount of the Riverlands.
My time is short and I have need of an army. Perhaps you might place a feather pillow over his head and speed along your inheritance. Are you here to speak with your grandsire's voice for House Tully in the Riverlands?
That is not our way.
Then you're of no use to me. House Tully is a fish with no head. Summon the Blackwords here. I require men of action to lead my host of rivermen.
We're really scrounging right now. We got nothing. We've got really nothing going for us right now.
I'm given to understand my lord husband owes you his life.
Rhaenys.
He was the sailor who plucked you from your watery grave. You did not think to mention it. I know who he is, Corlys. Alan's past is no fault of his. I came to tell you that Baylor has called me to Dragonstone.
Where has that woman gone?
I suspect to try and draw us all back from the abyss.
Oh yeah, how the frick are you feeling right now?
As requested.
Is that what I think it is?
Discreetly.
Oh.
I observed the girl closely.
I think you're the girl.
Grand Maester, Do you believe Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him?
I could not know.
Oh, she's got doubts. Oh my god, it's eating her alive. It's over though. Don't toil over this anymore. I can't take it. It's done. That's totally for her. Oh, Jesus.
It is difficult to say, but there were signs of an army moving northwest.
You should have burned them when you had the chance.
Perhaps you can, Sir Alfred, when you next sight them on your dragon.
Have you had word from your father?
Ravens were sent to Harrenhal. None have as yet returned.
We could perhaps act if only we had a host of our own, or someone here to lead us.
Mind your tongue.
This council sucks. Get him!
I'm doing my best to steer it, Sir Alfred.
Yeah, you are,
Why
Queen.
should your voice be any louder than ours, Princess? The Queen did not name you Hand.
Watch
But
who
they
you're
are gods,
talking
as calm
to.
of this council.
Yeah! Chip, get them!
Is there naught to be done in the absence of the Queen but to grouse?
We must trust that she seeks the same as each of us at this table. An end to this conflict.
She's trying to hold on so desperately. Oh, what happened here?
All who bend the knee to the true King Aegon will be spared.
All who refuse
Will have their death.
That's one way to draw support, yes. Can't expect any less, though, from frickin' Kristen.
Is there no honor left in this world, Cole?
Nope, not with him running it. Give it to him, yes.
You're not fit for the White Cloak.
Tell him. You're gonna die, but tell him. That's 2 decapitations this episode. So Kristen's on a little power trip. Unsurprisingly.
Damon, of all people, has taken Harrenhal.
Well, that castle is more crippled than I am, Your Grace.
I will not be made to look a fool in front of my allies and enemies.
Harrenhal must wait. Sir Kristen is marching on Rook's Rest.
How do you know this?
He sent word to me.
The two of you have been plotting.
Shouldn't have bullied him last episode. Shouldn't have harassed him. Everyone's like, Translation.
Well, right now, Rook's Rest is an easy target. Don't you agree, my king?
Oh, he's fuming. He can read the room. He knows Aemon's like more powerful, more commanding, more just aware than he is. He's like the smartest one in that room. Aegon knows it.
Lord Laris.
Didn't get rid of the evidence, girl.
You have not sinned yourself of late. I did not know you shared your lord husband's love for the histories.
She's studying up. Shoot.
Do you think that is why he changed his mind? Do you now doubt his intentions?
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. The war will be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
She is like, oh my god, giving up. She's resolved. Whatever's gonna happen will happen. She's tapped out. He is so on edge, it's bizarre. This is our strongest player and he is tortured right now. Huh? God, he can't even keep a hold of his own dreams. His own hallucinations. Oh.
It's a touch late to be stalking about a strange castle putting its people to the sword. I'm called Alice. Once you get to know me, you'll find I'm not so bad. Sleep can be thin in this place. Harrenhal's been cursed since its first stone was laid. Have you experienced anything of note? So you've come here after quarreling with your wife. Do you now plan to make your own claim? Perhaps to prove yourself, Dad?
Do not try me with your insolence.
She's hitting him where it hurts.
Women too. Here, drink this.
I wouldn't. Don't.
You need your sleep if you're to win this place to your side.
She is not on your side. Do not. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, sweet lord. He is just all over the place. This is so not good.
And once you and your dragon bring the Queen's justice to the Brackens, our armies will be yours.
Oh my god, he's so messed up.
What is it?
They don't care what I think.
Do you think simply wearing the crown imbues you with wisdom?
Shiz.
in the hope that you might be half the king your father was.
She is trailing him.
Or what? You'll hang me as you did your rat catchers. Or have me banished as you did your hand. You should humbly be seeking our opinions in council. You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
What would you have me do, Mother?
Nothing.
Oh my... what the... oh my sweet lord, she just cut him down. Oh my... he went there looking for validation and he got none. He got drilled. I kind of feel bad.
Dragonstone and their dragons are just across the bay. We advance.
He's locked in. Where's Rhaenyra? Speaking of, haven't seen her once this episode. We need her to have this energy. Oh, is she come to return? Come on.
Where have you been these last days?
To meet Queen Alicent and sue for peace.
Oh.
You saw Alicent?
Yes, I needed to know that there was no other path. And now I do.
So snap in, Queen. Come on.
Cole knows we have no army on the mainland.
He is brazen.
You need to send a dragon.
There are those who have mistaken my caution for weakness. I will go.
My queen.
If you die, all is lost. Send me.
You must send me, Your Grace. I will meet Cole.
Oh, shit. No, Rainy. Oh, she knows it's over.
I need to tell you, Jason, that it has passed from king to heir since Aegon the Conqueror's time.
Drinking and driving, huh?
The Targaryen, who sits the Iron Throne, they are a protector.
I'm gonna cry, no.
Ordained to unite them against a common foe.
Holy smokes, they just lit a match. This is getting so real.
Zeus chose me to succeed him. My father believed that I alone was meant to be this protector. But to unite the realm, I had to send the dragons to war. The horrors I have just loosed cannot be for a crown alone. And what I will now tell you...
What is it?
Aegon the Conqueror's dream. The song of ice and fire.
Oh my god.
Make the signal. What signal? All is going to plan.
Oh god. You boss? This is not gonna end well though. Oh, F. Oh, frick.
Bombas. Vega.
See thou.
She's done. F this, no.
Whose dragon is that? His Grace the King.
Stalwart man of House Targaryen, your king has joined you. Hold to your wits for the one true king, Aegon.
Okay, shit, that gave me chills. Shoot, that's exactly what Aegon wants, though. Get people rallied in his name. Yeah, what is Aemon doing? Is he just waiting for Aegon to get killed? Oh god, right knee. Oh, F! No! Oh shiz, good night. Just run, y'all. Just. It's over. No. Get out of there! He kind of sabotaged Aegon a little bit. Yeah, Eamon, what the frick was that? Get the frick out of there, just go. Go, get out. Please keep going, go. Go. I can't lose you, please, no. No. Rhaenys, just go. Oh, you boss. No. Why am I crying? This is awful. Y'all, I am crying. No. Oh! Ah. Oh, nice. Oh, God. Flat Stanley, oh God. Please go. Get out of here. Go. No, get the frick away. Save yourself. Don't cry. No. You. I don't know why I'm crying, y'all. I just loved her. Shit. Oh, this is awful. Just stay down. I need some consolation after that. Just stay down. Oh, God. Don't get up. Stay down. I need a dub right now. Please just stay down. Oh. Shout out stunts. Shout out hair and makeup team. This is who... Oh, Jesus. He's like, what the F did you do?
Where's this Grace?
Hang on, that's a dub. Y'all. I can't believe I cried. I can't believe I cried. Usually whenever I cry and I have no explanation for it, I guess it's my emotions telling me that I felt more for a character than I thought. Y'all know I've been championing Rhaenys. Like, she's like... No. She was such a boss. Ugh, such a freaking boss. Is this a natural instinct to feel? I don't know, maybe I'm just like looking for places to put the blame and grieve right now, but why do I feel like I can't help but my instincts right now? I'm so angry with Rhaenyra for having stalled this long to the point that they then had no choice but to like, they could have... I hear her, yes. Like, I need to know that I am doing this. She needed that. She needed to have that faith that Viserys believed in her to the end, and that she is truly about to enact all of this violence, knowing that he was steadfast in that. I can respect that. She deserves that, but at the same time, the process of trying to secure that validation stalled so much. Like, I also am team Jace, like literally looking at her like, we are so behind right now, and now we have no choice but to make a huge stand and send our dragons, which we should have been doing, and we should have been lighting them up. Like, I agree with both of them to a certain regard, but right now I just can't help but feel, it's my grief talking, y'all. I cannot help but feel pissed off that it took this long for Rhaenyra to snap in. I also feel like they should have known. They should have foreseen, like, Aegon's council, they've been mapping everything out because their head's been in the game. Rhaenyra's been away, she's been absent, she's been like lollygagging. Yes, I know she was trying to seek that validation. She needed those answers, she needed that trust in her quest here, but while she's been out stalling, thinking of anything but war, anything but tactics, Aegon's team's been planning everything. They've been mapping everything out, trying to anticipate every single move from Team Black. I feel like now, you know, her and her council were just freaking like trying to grab at straws. I feel like they were just quickly trying to like scrap up any sort of game plan. Listen, I know everything I could be saying here could be void because it's just coming from a place of grief, okay? But I'm still gonna voice my concerns. I don't think you can deny that while she was out doing all of this, you can't do anything without freaking Rhaenyra. You know, it's kind of interesting parallels. Aegon's there, he's got his head in the game, he wants to do something, he wants to be involved and active, and everyone around him is basically just telling him like, just sit and be pretty, alright? Alicent especially, what the frick? This 360 that she has had, oh my god, the news is eating her alive. There she was, you know, I couldn't help but think in that scene. She's been like his biggest champion. Yeah, it's obviously self-serving to have her own blood, her own flesh and blood child on the Iron Throne. Yeah, it's coming from a place of selfishness as well, but she still was championing him. And even before, you know, Viserys ever changed his mind, she was trying to smack sense into Aegon to groom him to have some expectation that he is the challenge to the throne. Even before, you know, Viserys' dying breath, she was championing him. In that moment here, she's literally cutting him down where it hurts and basically telling him that he is nothing. Just sit by, do nothing. You're worthless, actually. Just don't even breathe. Just don't even look in our general direction and we'll do everything frickin' for you because that's all you're good for. I could not help but think about the contrast of in season 1 when they usurped the throne and they're in that carriage ride on the way to his coronation, and he is so riddled with self-doubt, is so in disbelief that Viserys could have actually wanted that because that's not what anything had ever pointed to, you know, the entirety of his lifetime, and Alicent was the one there assuring him. And now this one time he's freaking seeking validation, seeking her counsel, seeking her help, and now that she knows the freaking truth that all this is for nothing, all this is a lie, founded on, you know, her own misunderstanding here, this wasn't what Viserys wanted, you know, that's what she's been acting under, like, this was my husband's dying breath, he wanted this and I'm gonna freaking make it happen. Now that that's been stripped, she's been robbed of that, I can't help but feel like this is confirmation that she actually always genuinely valued and cared about Viserys and what he wanted, and thought that she was acting in the name of that. And so now that she knows the freaking truth, she's so just #done. She's just like, I think she's just numb. The weight, the gravity of this error on her part and what Viserys actually wanted, and I think it's eating her alive, and she's just like shut down. The juxtaposition of the just sheer differences in the way she's treated Aegon, you know, when he's riddled with self-doubt on his way to his coronation versus here, I couldn't help but feel bad for him. And I can't blame him for wanting to have a hand in this to prove that he deserves to sit on that throne. So in his perspective, you know, he did see his father as weak. He's trying to be the antithesis of that and, you know, act on his own accord. And he has all these voices, you know, I think he's been slowly realizing he can't freaking trust anyone in his surrounding circle. I think he's realizing he's not valued necessarily by these people. He could be freaking anybody. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares necessarily about him. And so I can't blame him for wanting to snap in and take a stand, and it didn't like work, you know. Kristen Cole's speech there, I freaking despise that man, but I couldn't help but have chills in that moment when he's declaring like, your king has shown up for you. Nobody expected that, but the way it rallied everyone, and they all still died, but I'm talking about everything else that happened besides Rhaenys freaking dying. If I keep talking about it, I'm gonna cry again. She was such a just tragic, you know, character, and really was always serving as a great mirror for Rhaenyra, you know, like, the men will always take what was rightfully ours, you know. That was kind of her lesson for her in season 1, like, do you really think that your claim to the throne will last. You know, she kind of served as a harsh reminder for Rhaenyra of the truth of the way the realm operates. She still stood by her, though, till the freaking very end. But all of this is to say, I just can't help but feel like all the while Team Green was marching, Team Black was scrounging. They weren't doing anything. They were floundering, you know, while Rhaenyra was going to get her inner peace. They had such little time to quickly scrap up a plan and go, and until the point, like, she pushed them to the brink. They stalled so far to the point that they had no choice then but to bring out a power player and send a freaking dragon, which they could have been doing forever ago. Pull out the big guns immediately because they were so last minute trying to retaliate here. This show, I feel like season 1 wasn't so bad when it came to death of my favorite characters. Y'all know I was like grieving for Laenor for the 3 minutes before they rallied and showed that he escaped and survived, and he was actually totally fine, unscathed, and just shaved his head and made it out of there. But obviously that's not gonna happen with Rhaenys. That's not gonna freaking happen here. And something about her freaking performance, that moment between the two of them, just, I feel like there was an acceptance that, like, Rhaenys was making the ultimate sacrifice. She said it herself in season 1, you know, the Grim Reaper freaking follows her and her family. It's so tragic, but I feel like in that moment, she looked at peace. She looked like she accepted it. If anything, I hope this freaking just makes Lord Corlys, like, snap. And we just lost a major power player. Speaking of, Daemon? Done. And out for the count. That man, he's done. Certainly not operating on all cylinders. Not good. This was a horrible episode for Team Black. Couldn't have gone worse. Biggest curiosity here is freaking Aemond. I'm intrigued by this move here and all of the kind of two-timing he's doing behind Aegon's back. Essentially really proving Larys Strong right, you know, planting that fear in Aegon's mind that your own brother is plotting behind the scenes with your mom, by the way. Speaking of, she has no faith in you. She freaking told him straight to his face, sit down, shut up, and don't do anything. So all these fears are being realized for Aegon. You know, his own family, his own blood are sabotaging him. It seems like. What else could you call that? Aemond, I don't know how he's gonna explain his way out of that one, because Aegon looked him right in the face and was like, frick, I'm about to get Dracarys by Vhagar, a seasoned killer. Aemond seemingly was very much like team his brother. Struck first blood by eliminating Lucerys. You know, you could say that was one of the biggest moves on behalf of defending his brother's claim and really marking their territory and taking a stand in his name. And he clearly owned it. Yeah, he expressed some regret. He expressed remorse in a previous episode for the way that went down, and that he was sorry to have, you know, taken Luke's life in all of that, but he's still been very steadfast serving his brother. Obviously, there was that moment last episode where he got really, like, dunked on by Aegon, and maybe this was, you know, Aemond's way of retaliating. We know that he's rash. We know that they're all still freaking teenagers. We know that he doesn't necessarily have a developed prefrontal cortex and therefore can act on a little temptation, a little temperate there. So I'm curious how he's gonna explain his way out of this one. This is not a good look for Criston Cole, though. You know, it's interesting. He kind of he's been on his high horse. He's had a hold over things, and he's lucked out pretty much up until this point. And so for the entire council to hear that he's been conspiring with Aemond behind Aegon's back, and then this happens, not a good look. This was awful for Team Black. I can't believe I cried. I also, of course, was crying over Rhaenys because she's been one of my favorite characters here, but also the dragon. I don't know what it is about watching the dragons die, but it's almost like whenever the dog dies in a movie or TV show, it's just like, that hurts so much as well. It hurts especially knowing that they, you know, essentially go extinct. It's so painful with each casualty. You just know, like, they're not bouncing back. They're going extinct. They're pretty endangered right now. Let me know if I'm wrong for thinking this way, if you agree or not, or if I'm just speaking from a place of grief, but I cannot help but feel like if Rhaenyra hadn't stalled so much, this wouldn't have been as bad. Well, I think I'm gonna go process this loss. This is awful. A certified Game of Thrones heartbreaking banger. If you've been enjoying these Game of Thrones, or House of the Dragon reactions rather, please do consider subscribing. I would truly appreciate it and be honored to have you here. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will catch you guys again and try to recover from the heartbreak by next week, episode 5. But until then, hope you guys are doing so well as always. I am currently not. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.